The old team got my tents all set up in here, big tent, got all to myself, and out here, boys, have got their tent over here. So I've got this big tent all to myself, and the boys have got yes, no, can't put that on the old tube, mate. We're off to get a Sika stag. Team, I've just left the guys, they've just gone behind me. There's a stag chasing a hind around down up here. Hopefully they'll get onto him. I'm going to continue further up the ridge and go to one of the old spot X's. Team, I'm going to drop into my spot X. Yeah, mate's stag's still going well, so hopefully they'll have a bit of luck there. Hopefully I might hear something like I did the other day when I was up here. As I headed around the ridge and into a couple of gullies, I managed to get onto one single calling stag. The stags were starting to mark new territory with scrapes, so that was a good sign that things were underway. This stag I ended up not getting onto. He went quiet and was hard to track down. I've seen these two hinds on the slip on the way out, and deliberated with myself whether or not to take them. Since I watched for a bit, there was no stag in the area by the looks of things, so I decided to take one for camp meat for the boys. Well, team on the board. The boys wanted some Sika meat, so I thought, well, can't get a stag, at least we can kick off with a hind, so we'll go over there and collect. Oh well, the boys back at camp wanted a meat animal, and what better a meat animal can you get than this nice fat Sika hind. Old Stagslayer, he produced the goods for them. So yeah, one shot, so I can still hear stags roaring in the base of the gully, so it could be a hunt tomorrow even here. Yep, so we got hearty campfire, spates in hand, deer on the ground, and a deer roaring out in the distance here somewhere, Christ knows where, but yeah, we got it all going on here. Team. It's bloody quiet last night in the tents, as in usually the stags are amping, but they're just it's just very quiet. So it's one of those days where you just got to hit the bush and make it up as you go along, I think. It's hard to get onto when they're not making much noise, although where I'm heading now, we did hear one territory calling late last night. So it gave one or two territory calls. So I'm going to try my luck. Yeah, morning team. Not much motivation from the boys this morning. I got up, I was the first out of bed, as usual. Just nothing roaring last night, hence the no motivation, but got to get out there and do it. Did hear one territory call out down the ridge here, so I'm going to go and chase that up. Hopefully I might get it to come and meet me.
We sure were getting sport with the weather here, but it wasn't helping us tracking down many stags making noise so far. Well team, we've got a stag single calling about 100 yards away, so it's all action hopefully. Get in on them.
So green, I can stare for 1,000 years, colder than the moon. It's been so long, and I've been putting out fire.
I got pretty close on this stag and thought I was going to luck in with him for a minute there, but as happens he also went quiet, so I waited around for a bit and sort of snuck around here and there to see if I could get him to spark up, but he seemed to be pretty quiet, so I did a bit of a round trip and head back up the top of the ridge. It was getting pretty late in the morning, and after the lack of action and things going quiet, I decided to head back to camp and cook myself a feed of bacon and eggs.
Oh team, so the stag finally outsmarted me, snuck away quietly I think without making a noise. I get the feeling the little breeze might have been going down to him and shut him up. Anyway, he's shut up and I'm just going to head back to eat and use the binos for a couple of minutes and then head back up to camp for a bit of lunch. Team. just poking around some new ground. Doesn't look like anyone's been down here, amazingly, being a raw, so hopefully might bump into something, but you gotta get out here and do these things.
There was plenty of sign around in this little spot, so I was kind of hopeful that something might poke its head out of the scrub for me this evening, particularly a stag.
Just on a last ditch mission to try and get the stag. I know it's hanging out down the base of the Scully. Well, there's 2 or 3 of them actually, so yeah, this is the last ditch attempt for this hunt this morning, so balls out, put everything into it.
Well, I ended up getting pretty close to this guy. I bumped him up off his bed and he got up and bolted. So that was that for that little hunt.
You can just see the bum of a deer there in the bush. Give it a roar with the caller set, flick its tail.
This just goes to show there's nothing beats a little bit of time spent behind the binos working the faces over.
That's it for this round of the Sika hunting at the moment. Just very quiet. We had 2 roars. Moved in on one, got pretty close, he went quiet. Then as I was coming out, another one moved around a bush behind me. I just couldn't get near it. So that's it for now, folks. Gonna go and pack up camp and old team. That wraps up this round of the Sika hunting for the roar. As you can see, tidy campsite, tidy kiwi. That's the way I like to roll. Yeah, all fires doused and everything put out. So that's